We're in 2024 now, and I want to encourage you that it's a good thing to set some goals for this year. Set some goals for your relationships, set some goals for your spiritual life, set some goals for your finances. Set some goals this year. I think New Year's resolutions are almost patently not kept, but goals are something that we are aiming for, that's something that we're shooting for, that we are looking at constantly and measuring our progress on. And I think it's important as we set some goals to set some goals that, for one, are realistic, and that two, are doable, that you can actually pull them off with the time and the resources that you have, and three, that that these reflect not somebody else's desires, but your own personal desires. I want to address, because I'm a pastor and I care about these things for you. I want to ask that you would spend some time thinking about some spiritual goals that you want to accomplish over this next year, some progress that you would like to make, some things like, perhaps in spiritual goals, what would that look like? Well, for one, that might look like, I need to rearrange my life so that I can have involvement with my church, with the people of God, with my spiritual family, because I simply don't have time. I'm overcommitted in so many different other areas. And so a spiritual goal might be to say, I need to reprioritize and make time to be a part of a house church, and a part of a house church every week. And that might mean you have to muscle some things out. You have to say no to some different things in your schedule. But this is that important. It's that important because you grow in community with others. You don't grow outside of community where you just focus on your spiritual life in your own little bubble. Instead, that you've been made by God to grow in community, and other people are designed to grow by the input that you give them, and the service that you give them, and the celebrating them that you give them. And so that's so important. Another spiritual goal that you might want to address and look at seriously is spending some daily time with God. Most of us get that for most of us, that gets crowded out, that the time alone with God gets crowded out. And so I want to encourage you, I want to triple dog dare you actually to carve out some time in 2024, some daily time. Maybe it's just 15 minutes, but it's 15 minutes more than you're spending at this point in time. And that you would spend that time, you would open your heart, to the Lord, you would open the scripture and start to digest truth, and that you begin to feed your spiritual life in 2024.